In a sound, we had a study about the waves. Different types of waves is available here. So generally, we are studying here longitudinal waves, and also transverse waves. And in sounds, we see that sounds are only depend upon the longitudinal waves that propagates, but particle does not move from one place to another place. So here is the types of the waves and the medium required for the waves. So here is the medium. Medium. What is medium? So mediums, substance through which substances through which the wave travel called medium. Example: solid, liquid, gas, but not travel in vacuum. But in case of light, it it is longitudinal. So but in case of light, it is not. So types of waves. How many types of waves? There are two types of waves. First, longitudinal waves, longitudinal waves. Second, transverse waves. What is longitudinal waves? First, longitudinal waves. Now we will study about longitudinal waves. Here is the when the particles of mediums moves in parallel. When the particles of medium travel in or travel in parallel to the directions of propagation. Direction of propagation. Okay, to the directions of propagations. Substance particles only oscillates. Substance particles only oscillate back and forth, but not moves, called longitudinal waves. Longitudinal waves. It requires all mediums, solid, liquid, in gas. So found is examples. We will take the examples. We will see that the example are the springs. Example: spring. Suppose that we are here is the example spring. Suppose that these are springs. So if we see the springs, these are the springs, and in springs we will say that it's a spring, and with the help of that, so we will try to understand how does the springs can see. So here is the suppose that it is springs, and hence this is the springs. And in springs we will say that this is denser, and this is denser, this is compressed, and rare fractions. So C and R is here. So compression, rare fractions are two things we have seen here. Here is the Y and Z directions of this is place. Okay. So here is the springs and slinky. Slinky is a substance. So what is slinky? Slinky. Okay, slinky. What is slinky? Slinky is a substance that can easily elongate, called a slinky. Okay, so here is the slinky we have studied. Now so we will study about the transverse waves. Second is here transverse waves. What does the transverse waves say? It tells that particles of mediums. Okay, the particles of medium travel. Some particles of medium travels in particles of mediums travel in a perpendicular to the direction of the propagation of substance called transverse waves. Okay, example, light. Suppose that we are taking example lights. It travel in solid and liquid, but not in gas, and also it does not require medium. Also, either medium are present or not present, but in gas it does not propagate, so it cannot traverse and propagate. So transverse waves is here. So yes, suppose that we are giving the example of the transverse waves. Here is the transverse waves, and line of propagations is this, and the x and the y, and here is the two directions is given here. So here's the directions of positive, and it's a negatives directions, and the positive distributions and the negative distributions, and these are the waves. Suppose that this. Okay, so directions of propagations is here. So, and so if we have this will be directions of propagations. So here is the waves. So suppose that we are studying waves and try to understand it like this. It forms. Okay, so it becomes crest, and this became trough. This forms trough, crest and trough. And if we are studying this in details, it will forms the trough and the crest. Trough and the crest are forms here, and also a denser and the lower capacity can be also seen. Crest and trough and the crest is forms. So here is the times of propagations can be seen, and compression rare fractions also forms. So upper level will be compression. Here is it's a compression. This is rare fractions. So compression rare fractions also forms here in at the times of the traveling. So these are the figure. With the help of figure we can understand it well. So this is crest and this is trough, and the trough is formed. So these are the figures, and with the help of figures we have tried to study about how the sound travels, how the light travels, how the transverse waves and the longitudinal waves related to each others, and how we can differentiate with each from each other. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.